Step 9. We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. We want to get free of our fear, but we don't wish to do so at a price to anyone. It is very important that we take guidance from our sponsors or spiritual advisors in this matter. We recommend turning over our legal problem to lawyers. Professional help is available to help us with our financial and medical problems. Part of learning to live is not to take on problems and responsibilities that we are not equipped to handle. In some cases we may be beyond our means. If it is, we can only proceed with direction. Timing is an essential part of this step. We should make amends when the opportunity presents itself, as long as to do so will not cause more harm. When it gets to the point that we cannot hold the hurt any longer, amends will be made. In some old relationships an unresolved conflict exists. We enter the old conflict and resolve it by making our amends, and step back from future antagonisms and ongoing resentments. In many instances of past wrongs we will need to go somewhere and humbly ask forgiveness. These are the old tapes that would keep playing back as long as we live. Sometimes, this will be a joyous occasion when some old friend or relative proves very willing to let bygones be bygones and welcome us back to the land of the living. However, some people are not so willing to let go of their bitterness. We can only make our amends to the best of our ability and they can either accept it or deny it. We feel relieved, instead of feeling knocked down and drained in our lives. Our addiction put a negative attitude about us and others. Step 9 helps us with our guilt and others with their anger. This step should not be avoided. If we avoid this step we are simply reserving a place in our program to get loaded. Pride, fear, and procrastination often seem an impossible barrier and stand in our way of progress and growth through the 9th step. The important thing is to take action and be ready to accept the reactions of those persons we have harmed. We have made amends as best we could. There are some things we can make direct amends for, some we can only make partial amends for, and some that we remember nothing about. We can make amends by our actions. They don't always have to be verbal. Staying clean is also an amend because we're no longer part of the problem. Now we're part of the solution. When it came to making amends for all the things we did there was a lot to be done. In the progress of our recovery we were restored to sanity and part of sanity is effectively relating to others. We will less often view people as a threat to our security. Real security in our gut and in our recovery will replace the physical ache and mental confusion. We will want to address ourselves to these people with love and patience. Fear of relapse will make many of our most sincere well-wishers reluctant to accept our recovery as real. We must remember the pain they have known. In time, many seeming miracles will occur. Many of us that were separated from our children succeed in re-establishing deep emotional bonds. However, estranged mates can be dangerous to our recovery if they don't learn some of our program. If the relationship is real, it will survive. Reacceptance into the family of our birth is eventual for most. Clean time speaks for itself. Patience is the great method of the fellowship. The unconditional love we experience will rejuvenate our will to live and each positive move on our part will be matched by an unexpected opportunity. The benefit of this step is to be able to face people we have harmed with a clear conscience. By discovering and admitting our faults, we experience a miracle.